Level 4, carrying with 2 times 2-digit numbers. The level 4 boss that we're trying to beat is this 3-headed dragon. This is the highest level we'll get to today. Good luck. Here's the I do. Go ahead and put your pencil down for number 1, and then pick it up after I'm done and copy down all the work. Remember, we start with the ones digit on the bottom, and we do want to shake hands with both numbers on top of us, but not the number next to us. 8 times 9. I can remember my 9s chant. Roll my numbers to my 8th finger and figure out that the answer is 72. The 2 goes down here, and the 7 gets carried on top of the 5. I do put plus 7 to remind me that I'm not multiplying times 7, I'm just adding 7. Now I do the next multiplication. 8 times 5. I can count by 5s, or I can roll my 8s. 8 times 5 is 40. 40, then I need to add 7. 40 plus 7 is 47. Remember, each number gets its own digit in the box. Then I do tick, tack, toe. Now, I need to multiply the next digit. Remember to draw the handshakes between the 9, the 1, and the 5. 1 times 9 is 9. And 1 times 5 is 5. The last thing I need to do is add these together. My answer is 1,062. Go ahead and pick up your pencil and copy this down. You can pause the video if you need to. Let's try problem number 2. Draw the handshakes in between the 1, the 4, and the 6. Remember, the 1 doesn't shake hands with the person that's next to it, only with the people on top of it. Multiplying by 1 is fairly easy. 1 times 6 is 6, and 1 times 4 is 4. Remember, tick, tack, toe. Now draw the handshakes in for the 4. 4 times 6 is 24. And I have to carry the 2. The 2 gets put right on top of the X. I don't add the 2 right now. First I do the multiplication, 4 times 4. 4 times 4, I get 16. Now I add the 2. 16 plus 2, I get 18. Let me go through that again. 4 times 4 is 16. Then I add the 2, and I get 18. 1 digit per box. All that's left is to add. My answer is 1,886. Here's the final I do. This is where tic-tac-toe gets really useful. First I multiply 5 times 3 after I draw the handshakes. I get 15. I carry the 1. Remember to put plus 1 to remind yourself that you're adding and not multiplying. Then I do 5 times 6, which is 30, and then I add the 1. 5 times 6 is 30, plus 1 is 31. Tick, tack, toe. Notice that my tick crossed off the plus 1. I don't want to forget that I've already added that 1, so I cross it out. I also don't want to forget that I've already multiplied by 5, so I've crossed that out. And I don't want to forget the placeholder, So I make sure that that 0 is there. Tick, tack, toe. Now I draw the handshake in between the 4, the 3, and the 6. 4 times 3 is 12. I carry the 1. Notice that my plus 1 goes right on top of the old plus 1. But the old plus 1 is crossed out, so I'm not confused at all by what I'm supposed to add. Continue with my multiplication. 4 times 6. 4 times 6 is 24. Plus 1 is 25. All that's left is to add these numbers together. I get 2,835. Let's try the we do. Draw in the handshakes. Do the first round of multiplication. What did I forget to put next to the 2? That's right, an addition sign to remind me that I'm adding, not multiplying. 7 times 3 is 21, plus 2 is 23. Tick, tack, toe. I'm not doing the 2, I'm not doing the 7, and I have my placeholder. Draw the handshakes in for the next 2. Go ahead and multiply. All that's left is to add. Excellent. We only have a couple more to go. Problem number 5. Draw the handshakes in. Good job. Do the multiplication by 1. Excellent. Now, tick, tack, toe. Even though there's nothing to tick, you still put the X there. Remember that you're done with the 1, and you need a 0 for the placeholder. Tick, tack, toe. Now, draw the handshakes in for the 5. 5 times 8 is 40. Put the 4 on top of the X. What did I forget next to the 4? That's right, an addition sign. The addition sign reminds me that I'm going to add. 5 times 9 is 45, correct. Don't forget to add the 4. Go ahead and add these together. My final answer is 4,998. We're down to our final we do. I'm going to draw the handshakes in. What's 9 times 5? If you said 45, you're correct. Make sure you write the 5 in the ones place and carry the 4. Don't forget the addition symbol. 5 times 5? That's correct, it's 25. What do you need to add to that? The 4 that you carried. Go ahead and write your answer down in the boxes below. Now do tick, tack, toe. Tick, tack, toe. Notice I crossed out the 4 because I'm done with it. I crossed out the 5 because I'm done with it. And I left a 0 as a placeholder so I don't forget it. Now I draw the handshakes in between the 8. 8 times 9. Remember your 9's chant. If you said 72, you're correct. The 7 goes on top of where the 4 was. I'm not going to get confused because the 4 is crossed out. I know that when I do 8 times 5, I'm going to add 7 to that answer and not add 4. 8 times 5 plus 7. If you got 47, you're correct. All that's left is to add these together. My answer is 5,015. Go ahead and do the you do. Do one problem at a time and then check your answers. Pause the video between each answer. Go ahead and pause the video now and complete problem number 7. The answer is 924. Check your work. Make sure it looks exactly like this. If it does, continue on to number 8. If not, make corrections now. Go ahead and pause the video before you continue on to number 8. Then check your answer on the video. Check your work. Make sure you have tic-tac-toe. I have one mistake up here. Can you find it? If you said, I forgot to write the addition sign to remind me I'm adding the 3, you're correct. If your work looks like mine, continue on to number 9. If not, make your corrections. Then continue on to number 9. Pause the video, complete number 9, and then unpause and check your work. The answer I got was 1,950. Make sure your work looks like mine. If not, correct your work. Go ahead and go on to level 4 practice. After you're done with level 4 practice, ask Mr. Acosta for the level test, or you can rewind the video and watch it again. Good luck.